Hello and welcome back to the channel. LC here, back with launch day for Black Adam in arcade mode. So what I want to kind of do today in today's video is just give some initial thoughts on both arcade mode as well as Black Adam and kind of the information that we saw posted in the patch. So this is going to be kind of a quick video, but I wanted to give my initial impressions. I spent about, I want to say at least about 4 hours playing Black Adam in this arcade mode last night on the stream. So it was pretty fun overall. So let's start with the actual overall patch. So there was a number of adjustments. I'm going to go over a whole video that goes over pretty much how I feel about the balancing of this game and how it needs some serious adjustments. At this point right now that they are in when it comes to adjustment of the game, it's kind of in a bad state. I feel like things are either over buffed or over nerfed, and they can't seem to find like a cohesive pattern when it comes to balancing, right? There doesn't really seem to be a real methodical balancing philosophy. So that's something I'm going to touch on in the next video that we do. So let's jump over to one of the main additions, which was arcade mode. I think it's a pretty fun addition to the game. You know, the game pretty much before this current patch was exclusively online multiplayer. That was it. That was the beginning, middle, and end of the entire experience. So it's good that they're kind of adding more modes, you know, so things you can hopefully just do offline. You know, maybe you don't want to jump into ranked. Maybe you don't want to jump into, you know, just multiplayer. You just want to do something fun. I think that's a part of the reason that, you know, games like Smash Brothers and stuff like that, people generally don't, you know, the casual person doesn't just jump online to play Smash, right? They normally do local co-op or something like that, or story mode. So I'm glad that they're implementing more features when it comes to Multiversus. I will say that hard mode is actually pretty damn hard. I was not able to actually beat it last night. I actually had somebody from the stream jump in and we played like 3 or 4 sets. And we made it to the almost to the last round, but I will say that some of the bots there, especially like that Wonder Woman bot was out there moving like Sandstorm and the cat.
Over here, Taz. Your lunch is getting away.
Whoa, dude, what the fuck? Literally like comboing. They were just pretty good. But it was a pretty fun experience, right? It was definitely challenging. I think it's a welcome addition to Multiversus. I do hope that they add more content like this in the future. So overall, you know, arcade mode is going to be a thumbs up. I look to see more additions for stuff and content of that nature going forward. Let me know if you are able to beat hard mode, and if so, what your thoughts are on hard mode or just arcade mode overall. And then jumping over to the new character, Black Adam. So Black Adam was a character that I was pretty excited for. I am still pretty excited for. One thing that I always have liked in any competitive fighting game is villains. I like to play the villains, right? I played Virgil, Dr. Doom in Marvel 3. I played Dormammu in Marvel Infinite. And in NT, you know, I played all the villains, right? Sephiroth and stuff like that. So I like some of those. I just like their personalities. They seem, you know, more fun to play. Heroes are okay, but one thing with this game, like really isn't that many actual like straight up villains, right? We have Stripe, but that's just like, you know, not a true, I mean, if you like Gremlins, you know, that's fine. I will say that the DLC package for season 1 was pretty impressive, right? I liked all the characters so far. Rick and Morty were really excellent additions. I think Gizmo, Stripe, all the way that they play, I think fundamentally the way that what they brought to the game was excellent. I am going to do a video breaking down where I think everybody is season 1 tier list in the future, but there isn't really any like actual villains, right? I know that there was a few leaked like Wicked Witch as well as Joker and stuff like that. I just like playing villains, you know, in these games, and Black Adam being an anti-hero is probably the closest that we're ever going to get to that for the time being until like the next patches. I'm hoping that we get season 2 is supposed to start in 2 weeks, so we'll see then. But honestly, you know, playing him started off really fun. Like for the first hour or two, Black Adam was giving me everything I needed. You know what I mean? His voice lines I think are great. I think he probably has one of the best voice actors in the game so far. But the more I played against him, and you know, playing launch day isn't normally the best way to get a feel for the character because you're playing against, you know, everybody else is playing Black Adam, the launch character. You know how it goes in FGC. But honestly, the more I played with him, the more underwhelmed I became. There's just really like critical things missing in his kit. I think as he stands right now, he's mid-tier. He could certainly use some buffs, some really good buffs. There's some things that just don't make sense in his kit. You know what I mean? Number 1, I think he should have been a tank. I do not know why they made him a bruiser. It just doesn't make sense. You know, some of the class selection that they choose in this game really just fundamentally defy any type of logic. Like, why is Morty a bruiser? Morty should clearly be a mage. You know, this doesn't make sense to me. But his kit is pretty fun. It's versatile. I do like his combos, potential and his combo structures. I don't know if they were expecting us to lean on that more, but the thing is, in 2v2s, you don't always have an opportunity to do very long and extended combos. So I'm like, what is the point of some of these combos? And ones, that's fine and stuff like that, but I don't really see some of his true potential. I think some of the critical flaws that I see so far is that his aerial game is a little suspect. He does have the huge thunderclap, but that thing takes ages. Like literally, you can get hit out of it. It takes ages for it to come out, and I don't like his up air at all. I know it's meant to be used for combos, but it has a janky hitbox. It's just not good. And a lot of his moves actually have seemingly unfinished hitboxes. So I'm hoping he does get some noticeable buffs, because right now he's like as big as Superman, so he gets comboed like really easily. There was a bunch of matches where I went from like 0 to 50, 0 to 70, like within a few sequences, right? He has that Superman thing going on, but also I felt like he didn't really have the kill potential that Superman has, right? Like Superman has like some really great offensive abilities to just be able to get somebody off the stage. He doesn't really have that. In the air he didn't feel strong. On the ground he really didn't feel that strong. He felt versatile, which is fine, but for a bruiser class, if you think of the bruiser class, those characters, Jake, Taz, Batman, they get to it. You know what I mean? Like when it's time to KO somebody, time to kill somebody off the stage, they get to it. And he never really felt like that, right? He felt like more of a technical character, and them launching like 3 expert characters in a row was a little strange. Like Stripe's not necessarily an expert character, but some of these characters, I feel like when they go to make them, they make them so technical. But sometimes you can kind of just streamline it and make them more straightforward. So my end thoughts with Black Adam is I definitely think he needs some loves. I think he needs some buffs, major buffs. Right now he's probably mid-tier, but he's really fun. I think he will be a good addition to Multiversus, but right now the state that I don't know if they just scaled him back from what they originally intended, because there's been so many broken launch characters, but that's just kind of the nature of DLC. Everybody expects the DLC to be overtuned, and then over time they get nerfed or, just kind of tuned out. We get that, you know what I mean? But I guess they just didn't want another Stripe situation where, that character is absolutely, I think even after the nerf, Stripe is really annoying to fight. So let me know what you guys thought of the patch. These are just my quick thoughts. As usual, if you like the content, make sure you like, comment, subscribe. LC signing out. Peace.